What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Carson Kills. You already know the drill. Here at Feed the Faith, we feed the fam. When it comes to outdoors, we got you, man. Let's jump into another video today. Today, we're going over the top 5 postseason hunting mistakes. If you're doing these, you probably need to stop ASAP. Before we get in this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications so you don't miss out when we go live or drop a new video. Thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into this thing. So, as I said, we got the top 5 postseason hunting mistakes. Number 5 is not maintaining your trail cameras. You know, at the end of the year, you've got several trail cameras out, maybe one, maybe you've got 10, maybe you've got 100. The fact is, when season ends, you need to go out there, you need to gather up all your trail cameras. You know, you don't know if some's gotten stolen. You should know if they've died. Maybe if they're not cell cameras, you have to go check and see if they've died. You're going to pull all these cards. You're going to take inventory. You're going to figure out what bucks are still around. Hopefully, you still got some shooters that are ready to be hunted next year. But you need to go and gather up all these trail cameras, put new batteries in them, and instead of just sticking them up on the shelf, put them right back out there. You never know what kind of information you can gain. Even though it's after season, you can still take a good inventory on what bucks made it through. So go pull your trail cameras, freshen up all the batteries, clear all your cards, and get them right back out there. That's tip number 5. Number 4, not removing your stands and gear and organizing your stuff. That's a huge mistake. You leave your stuff out there. Not only is it going to decrease the lifespan of your, let's say, tree stand, um, it's actually pretty dangerous. You leave them out there for several years, your cables, your bolts, everything can start to rust. You never know, if you got ratchet straps around a tree stand, say you've got a ladder stand, that tree continues to expand over time. You could get a weak strap, it could bust, break. It's just not a good idea to leave them out there. So, number 4 mistake is leaving your stuff out in the woods. Go get it, bring it in, take inventory, make sure you've got everything, get it organized, put up, and then when it comes next season, you know where it's at. You can easily get to it. That's tip number 4. Number 3 is not continuing to seek new permission. This is huge. A lot of people underestimate asking for permission during the off season. The fact is, a lot of these people, they have a lease that runs through deer season, or um, maybe it runs up till spring. If you'll go ahead and start asking for permission, calling people, lots of times you can land a piece of property in the winter or in the spring easier than you can right before deer season gets here. Not only that, if you ask in the winter or the spring, you've got time to take inventory, figure out what kind of deer are in the area, and you've got time to plant food plots or do any other kind of maintenance that you might need to do. So, number 3, one of the biggest mistakes is not continuing to seek new permissions, new properties. Let's move on to number 2. Number 2 biggest mistake is not scouting and being aggressive. As soon as the season ends, get in there, get aggressive, go into those thick bedding areas that you've stayed out of all year. Go in there and look and learn, see what kind of signs in there, figure out how the deer are actually moving in and out of that bedding area. There's a lot of people that they just never ever go in there. The fact is, if you go in there at the end of season, if you bump something out, if you leave sin in there, it's not going to bother these deer as bad next year. They'll forget about it in maybe a week, 2, maybe a month. Be aggressive. Go in those areas that you've stayed out of all year. Figure out how they're using them. That's mistake number 2, is not scouting during the off season. The top postseason hunting mistake is not planning for the next season. At the end of the year, you already need to be thinking about what you're going to be doing the next season. You need to use all these other tips to build a plan for next year, whether it be just moving your tree stands to a certain area, moving trail cameras to a certain area. Maybe you realize that, okay, late season, I really struggled. I didn't have a lot of deer around me. I need to be planting food plots. I need to be planning to plant a late season food plot. I need to be putting out mineral sites, maybe put in a water hole, whatever it may be. The number one mistake you can make is not planning for the next season. I'm going to throw you guys a little bonus tip in here as well. Bonus tip is evaluating your previous season and learning from it. Lots of times we just move past it, don't think about it. We don't evaluate, we don't pick out the things that we did well, and we don't pick out the things that we can improve on. So that's kind of a bonus tip there. If you evaluate your previous season, figure out what you did well, figure out what you didn't do well, and learn from it, build on it, and hopefully you'll have a good season the next year. So I just wanted to go over those top 5 postseason hunting mistakes. Hopefully you can improve on these things and it can make your next season even better. Thank you guys for watching. It's Carson Kills with Feed the Faith Outdoors. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so you can get the new videos that we're dropping. And hopefully you'll check out some of our other videos. Thank you guys. Have a good day.